Hey, welcome back to the Galactic Garden. You read the title. Today we will be receiving insight on what you need to let go of. And I want to talk about letting go for a minute. So one of the first cards is the Heart Guardian. It's going to be a pick a cap card. So that's pile number one. Letting go. When we think of letting go, we think of wanting to stop thinking about whatever it is that's making you angry. Stop thinking about that thing in the past and what happened and how it happened. And that is an aspect of it. However, that one just flew out. 1 second. There is another aspect of letting go. And in this letting go, this is what I'm going to talk about. It's more about the pathway of surrender. And that is a book. It was written by author David R. Hawkins in my research, because I've been researching letting go in preparation for this reading, but also for myself. And so in some of my notes that I took down, it says it involves being aware of a feeling. So that anger, resentment, joy, and happiness also. But being aware, allowing that feeling to come up. So feeling it, fully feeling it, allowing it to come up, and then to stay with it. Let it run its course, in other words. Like, feel what you're feeling without wanting to change it, without wanting to make it something different, because it's okay to feel that feeling. You don't want to suppress it. Suppressing it or wanting to pretend that it's not there is some of the ways you can create ailment in the mind, in the body. So it's like letting go of the obstacles to increase enlightenment, to become free of the negativity. And in my notes here, I wrote, let go to open space for something else, for something that's more in alignment with you at this moment. I also wrote, when letting go, ignore the thought. So it's not about the thoughts that are going to come up, because there will be a lot of thoughts when you decide to let someone go, a person go, let a job go, let places go, like you're moving somewhere. But you're being encouraged, or it's stated, to think about the feeling itself. Allowing the feeling itself to come up. So if you're feeling pissed off, you let it come up. If you're feeling angry, you let it come up, and then you stay with that feeling and you let it run its course. And you don't want to change necessarily the fact in that moment of being angry. What you may want to do is explore that feeling actually in that moment, without wanting to make it different or do anything about it. Like, you're angry. You're allowed to be angry in that moment. But do no harm, right? So as it's coming up, you're allowing that negativity to surface. You don't want to suppress it and keep it down, because then that's how, like I said, you can create ailment within the body. We spoke about in one of the recent readings with the inner child healing. That's kind of what happens with that. Something happened to you as a child and you put it in a safe place, like in a box in your memory somewhere. But then those feelings submerge later on in your adult life and they turn into resentment or anger, and you can't figure out why this thing is happening. So part of what the path, so pile number 1, we see instantly that some of the things you need to let go is being angry, being rushing in. But we'll get more into the reading. But that flew out, and I was preparing that for pile number 1. It also spoke about, or I wrote in my notes during my research, of how to recognize when it's time. How to recognize when it's time to stop the blame game, how to recognize when it's time to let go. So one of the ways to recognize when it's time is when you're blaming each other. Part of letting go is letting go the need to be right. That need to, you did it, so it's your fault. That blame game. It says to also embrace the F word. And that F word is forgiveness. And it's not always easy to forgive someone, especially when you're pissed off. All of those? Okay. Especially when you're pissed off, when you're angry. But another tip to this process of letting go, well, we'll get into that in a minute with the tips of letting go. Let's get into the messages first and foremost about insight on what you need to let go of. But in this process, as you're receiving this message about letting go, recognize that it is very important to be aware of the feeling. So whatever feelings you get during this reading, allow them to come up for whatever messages you receive. Allow it to come up, stay with the feeling, and then let it run its course so that it can be released out of your energy field, out of your body. You don't have to do anything about it. Make it different. Make yourself feeling. You don't have to force yourself to be quote unquote high vibe in that moment, because that's what balance is all about. We'd love to be happy-go-lucky and loving and sharing and caring all the time. Never wanting to hurt anyone with our words or actions or deeds. But sometimes it does come up. Or others tend to hurt you with their actions, their deeds. So when those feelings come up, anger, resentment, whatever it may be, you're being encouraged to, or part of releasing that, letting it go, is to be aware of the feeling, to let it come up, to let it run its course without wanting to make it different or do anything about it. Okay, so pile number 3, we have the Sun card. Pile number 2, we have Winter. And pile number 3, we have the Heart Garden with Love and Let Yourself Be Loved. Okay. So, pile number 1. You have activation. I'm going to remove these. So pile number 2 and pile number 3. You also have Crystal Blessings with Cathedral of Light with the Grandmother Crystal Diva. You have Achievement, Effort plus Intention. You have Dance with Celebration. You have Buried in Earth with Transference. You have Play. And you have Self-Forgiveness. So pile number 1, your message is all about letting go of past regrets here. Letting go of past mistakes in your mind. Saying to yourself that I forgive you. So some of you feel like you've made some major mistakes and you're trying to, or you're being encouraged to let that go. Like the mistakes you made in the past, you do the best you can with where you are and with what you know. For your tarot cards, we have the Nine of Wands. So that's all about repeating those past events, those past mistakes in your mind. That's also about anxiety that you're creating for yourself. You have the Eight of Cups. So you're being encouraged to walk away from anything that you keep repeating, any event that keeps you feeling stressed out, anything that's bringing your energy down. It's time to let it go and walk away from it. Time to find balance with the Temperance here. The World card, to let it come to an end. Any anger, any frustration, anyone you've been arguing with, the way you, I'm getting this, the way you speak to yourself, your inner talk, your self-talk, the way you constantly keep repeating what went wrong or what you did wrong or how you could do better. Pile number one, you're being encouraged to now bring that to a cycle. Bring that cycle of negative self-talk to an end. Remember in the beginning of this reading, we spoke about when we were doing the card picking process, allowing those feelings to come up. As they're coming up, it's how you're going to heal that. To allow it to come to the surface. To allow that limiting belief to walk away from it. You're being encouraged to let go of not being able to forgive yourself or basically to not keep repeating that Nine of Swords, to not keep repeating the mistakes you made in the past. It's plaguing your mind. And right now, in order to find balance, in order to have a better energy, you're being encouraged to celebrate. Celebrate the triumphs, the things you have done correctly. And in that celebration, some of you may be dancers, but I'm getting that you need to move your body, move that energy out. Those feelings that have come out, now it's time to dance your way, to dance them out of your body, to move that energy, to move it around, to activate now positive emotions, positive energy, energy that moves your heart. It's time to let go of the past mistakes and give yourself more loving energy, which in turns allow you to reciprocate that energy to others. Finding a balance between feeling like this and loving yourself. Something that may help you to do that is recognizing that you do have help here. What do I mean? You have your ancestors, your angels, because we have the Buried in Earth transference card here, and we have the Grandmother Diva card here. And the Grandmother Crystal Diva card speaks of, she's the grandmother of all crystals. So any comfort, any energy you need, she has a healing energy, a crystal energy that is there to assist you at that time, to help you bring back fun and play into your energy, to help you achieve your goals by setting intentions, proper intentions, meaning to not the intention of whoa, I messed that up again. Can I do that? How can I do this? How is it going to work? I tried it in the past and it didn't work. That's Nine of Swords energy. These people tried me in the past. How am I going to now have to face these people and go through this same thing again? How do you let that go and walk away from it? The Grandmother Crystal Diva and the Heart Guardian card here is saying that energy is being activated for you here at this time. Part of activating that energy is to now celebrate the things you've done correctly. Celebrate, like you have a small, it may be small to someone else. Like let's say you wrote a book, but it's not a bestseller. It's not a tell-all or whatever. But you did it. You accomplished that. You took the steps and used your discipline to get it done. Celebrate in that moment and the fact that you did that. And know that if ever you need any guidance, you have your angels and ancestors connect to. This Buried in Earth card speaks of that. And with the Grandmother Crystal Diva card here, that's saying that the earth elements are also here to offer you any guidance, any energy, any assistance you need in letting go of this anxiety, and letting go of this arguing or any words that are low vibrational. It's time to take a deep breath, allow those feelings to come up, know that you did the best that you could. Walk away from any limiting belief, anything that's keeping you from healing in this moment, anything that's keeping you from creating balance. It's time to bring those cycles to a close. Pile number 1, that has been your message. It's a message of self-forgiveness, first and foremost. Knowing that we make mistakes. It happens, right? I believe pile number 2 was winter with take care of your needs. So with the winter card here and take care of your needs, you also have truth and integrity with summer and turquoise. Does that kind of look like an avatar? I hope you can see that card. It's card number 32. That totals 5. So 5 may be important to some of you about change. Change and taking care of your needs is what I'm getting for a lot of you. We have death. This is the first time I pulled this card with transmigration. You also have earth with nurture. You have inspiration, card number 11, pile number 2. You also have twin flames, soul partner, eternal connection. You have lightning with power. And you have gratitude. Keywords for your reading: truth, gratitude, taking care of your needs, okay. Okay, pile number 2. So with this death card here, and yes, I did have to go, and I just wanted to confirm what my intuition was feeling here. So you had for your tarot cards the 4 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. So we know the 4 of Swords is like rest and rejuvenation. The 7 of Swords look like something sneaky is happening, like you're wanting to sneak off and who knows what, but it looks sneaky, right? Well, actually, with this death here, it's like transmigration. So you're taking what's valuable to you, the things you need to take care of your needs, and you're resting and you're trusting. Trusting that at this time you're connecting with spirit in a soul partner connection, twin flame. Do you see that in this twin flame card here? It's not another person. It's actually the same lady standing exactly the same. So pile number 2, what I'm getting from with your message is to move with truth and integrity. As long as you're taking care of your needs and not doing harm to others, then trust that your needs will be taken care of. Nurture yourself with whatever that might feel right to you. It may not feel right to other people, but you have to get in touch with yourself and stand in your power. Not to overpower anyone else, just in reverence of knowing that it's okay to let go. That death card here is all about letting go and trusting. Trusting in spirit, trusting that your needs will be taken care of. Trusting that this inspiration is coming to you. And as it comes to you, you're being encouraged to go outside and breathe the fresh air. That nature would be the perfect place to receive inspiration. That it's a place where you can receive balance at this time. Get out into nature to help take care of your needs. You're being encouraged to know that you are perfectly placed exactly that you are perfectly placed just where you are. So whatever journey you're on right now, pile number 2, know that it's okay to let go and take care of your needs. Trust with this death card here that it's okay to put away limiting beliefs, that you're making room for something new. In the process, you're being encouraged to let go of feeling powerless, letting go of not taking care of your needs and not nurturing yourself. To let go of not releasing the inspiration that you have within inside of you. You're being encouraged to keep that attitude of gratitude. If you don't know where to start, or you feel like something's becoming too much for you, start with a thank you. And list all the things that you're thankful for. Standing in what's truthful, what resonates with you, and then move in integrity. Pile number 2, that has been your pile to let go of feeling like you're not sure where to begin. Letting go of, I'm going to read that death card to you because I feel like it'll do more justice than me right now than how I'm forming the words. So with the death card, it says transmigration. Don't be scared, for the death card marks the beginning as well as the end. You have been avoiding letting go for fear of losing something you hold dear. Death appears now to encourage you to surrender. You will not be alone as you move through a portal into the next glorious stage of the cycle called life. Once you push through this change and take the first unfamiliar step of your journey, you will find you have brought everything you need with you. Death encourages you to let go of old patterns and behaviors that are no longer welcome and to take a risk. That's what that Seven of Swords is about, taking a risk. But taking a risk and not worrying, knowing that you're going to be okay, that you'll be supported by spirit. And the best way to do that is to get out into nature and allow that inspiration to come forth. To do the things that nurture you and make you feel taken care of. To do what makes you feel powerful. To stand in your truth and integrity. And to remember always to be thankful, to be grateful. And if it ever feels like you're down and you're not sure again, start with the list of gratitude. Pile number 2, that has been, whoa, sorry about that, your reading. Now we have pile number 3 with the Sun card. So, you have the Sun. You have East with emergence. You have 12 with relationships. Oh, that's so cute. I'm going to see if I can paint that one. I think that's the next inspiration. So yes, Tuesday, sorry to kind of interrupt the reading. Next Tuesday, I'm going to do my first live. And maybe this will be the painting we try. I'm feeling inspired by it. It's number 12, relationships. Innovation, you also have with new creations. So check the community tab to find out what time that live will be starting. You also have ocean, pile number 3 with ebb and flow. You have ceremony with invocation. Look at that. She's got crystals, candle lit. Looks like incense going, feathers, shamanic drum. So some of you may be creating your own sacred ceremonies. We have energy with fire spirit. And you have angels, spirit guides, and the upper world with the crystal angel light. And your tarot cards are the Ten of Swords and the Knight of Wands. So what you're being encouraged to let go of, pile number 3, is feeling backstabbed and betrayed. And feeling like you can't accomplish what you want. It's like, I don't want to say this in a bad way, it's like you start something and then you move to the very next thing. Especially if you feel like something wasn't working or someone backstabbed you or betrayed you. But you are being encouraged to know that you have angels and spirit guides that are helping you to let go of this betrayal, because it's not your imagination, although some of you may feel like it's your imagination, and it may be on the mental, like someone just like thinking thoughts against, like, let's say you had a project and you were all gung-ho for this project and you wanted to start, and in their mind they're thinking, you can't do that. You think you, Knight of Wands, got the energy and the courage to make that happen? You're being encouraged to let that go, because Spirit is saying, yes, with this fire spirit here, you do have the energy, pile number 3, to make it happen. Learn to go with the ebbs and flows. Not everyone is going to always be there for you, but know that those who are there for you in the angel and the spiritual realm are standing with you. That they see these new creations and they know that you have the innovation, and they want you to know that you have the innovation to bring it forth. Create whatever sacred ceremony you need in order to connect with your spirit guides and angels, so that you don't feel backstabbed and betrayed, and that you can cause this innovation to emerge forth. Because Ten of Swords is the end of that cycle. So there's a new emergence happening. A cycle where you can feel happy and successful, creating enjoyment. For some of you, this will definitely be in a relationship, and it's a romantic relationship, because we're not walking around kissing our best friends like this. So I'm definitely getting, like, make up your mind about what it is that you want, because it's coming in for you. Don't have an in and out energy, and don't let the things in the past keep you from moving forward with these relationships. Don't let the things in the past keep you from enjoying this success and happiness. Don't let the things of the past keep this emergence from happening. Stay in the ebb and the flow of things. Okay, it happened. Now what's the next phase? As you've healed from this, or if you haven't and you're in the process of healing, allow the healing to take place by connecting with your angels, your spirit guides, seeking guidance from higher sources, high vibrational guidance, because that energy is here for you, and you have the ability to create what it is, the relationship you desire, the passion project you desire, the connections you desire. New creations are here for you, pile number 3. This cycle is ended. That cycle of success and happiness is here. But you need to let go of this in and out energy, because you felt backstabbed, because things have happened in the past. It's now time to create a sacred ceremony, an invocation of where you write down, journaling for some of you, these new creations. In that journal, you may want to include, starting with, and I think I said this for pile number 2 also, a list of gratitude, the things you're grateful for, and then hold that feeling of gratitude for as long as you can to dissipate this feeling. We talked about in the beginning of this video about how letting those feelings come up, all of that backstabbing and betrayal, allow it to come up. Feel the emotions, feel what's coming up, and then release it. Allow the new to come in. New energy, new passion. The Knight of Wands is very, what's the word I'm looking for? He's very vibrant in his creations, very able to move forward. So hold that feeling of the Knight of Wands, of feeling vibrant, of feeling joyous, but knowing and standing firm in what it is that you want. Using that energy of creation to create more gratefulness, more thing. So creating that ceremony, that invocation, because we had that here. Ceremony. Part of this ceremony may be the gratitude for you. It looks like both of these women are creating their own kind of, like, the bottom of her is a tree, so she's rooted and grounded, but this passion and this fire energy is coming out of her hands. So you have the ability, for some of you, you're healers, it's with your hands. Some of you make things with your hands. Whatever it is that's coming forth for you with these new creations, you're being encouraged to be thankful for it, to let this go, feeling backstabbed and betrayed. To create a ceremony of where you feel gratitude and you hold that gratitude within your body. If you're not sure how to go about it, seek guidance. You have it. Angels, ancestors here. Because that cycle of this is over, and they want you to not muck it up or keep that mucky energy in there. when success, the Sun card, is here for you. Success in relationships. Wow, pile number 3. Success in now having balance with the ebb and flow. If you're able to let this stuff go, what great things are present for you. What an emergence of success, of energy, of happiness, of ceremonies that connect you with the spiritual realm, of new creative innovations, of vibrant energy. Pile number 3, that has been your reading for that has been your reading on insights of what you need to let go of. And from your pile, I just let this go. This is in the past. It's reached its cycle. Focus more on your angels and your ancestors. Focus more on these new creations, pile number 3. Focus more on this vibrancy that you're feeling at this time. Focus more on creating ceremonies that make you feel more connected to yourself, to the spiritual realm, to others even. Use your energy to create wonderful emergence of success and happiness, of balance with the ebb and the flows in all of your relationships. Pile number 3, that has been your reading. Thank you for joining me, Tonae Star, here in the Galactic Garden, where yes, there is healing for your mind, your body, your soul, where we find balance and how to become the best versions of ourselves. And sometimes that means letting things go. In the next video, we'll just be going over what the yin yang is and having a painting session. Join me, please, for it. Thank you.